just because his son missed a single hair while cleaning. Dad flew into a rage and kicked the door open hard. He ordered his 15-year-old third son to pack his bags and get out. The wrong boy, fed up with the harsh rules at home, started packing his luggage in tears, ready to leave. Dad was beside himself with anger because his son had dared to talk back. He wanted to teach the boy a lesson he would never forget. Fortunately, the second son stepped in just in time, and together with their mother, he pulled the two apart. But the tense atmosphere lingered and spread throughout the house. The other siblings all hid in their rooms, trembling in fear, not daring to make a sound, afraid of getting dragged into the conflict. Mom said there were 6 children in the family, 3 sons and 3 daughters, yet it was only the third son, who was extremely rebellious and prone to emotional outbursts, shouting profanities non-stop. A once harmonious family was now filled with quarrels almost every single day. But after Dr. Wu watched the video footage of the family, she realized that in this household, it was not the child who needed to change the most, but the parents. Whenever conflicts arose between the children, Mom always jumped to blame without asking for the reason, and this incident was no exception. In the footage, the third son and the fourth son shared the same bedroom. Already irritable, the third son was woken up by his younger brother tossing and turning in bed. He told his brother to get out of the room. The wronged boy then went to Mom's room to tattle. Mom did not care why her son was in a bad mood. Instead, she immediately scolded and warned him. In this cramped house, there was no place for him to calm down alone. He wanted to go downstairs to get some fresh air, but after 7 p.m., the children were not allowed to leave the house. He had no choice but to go to the kitchen, grab a bottle of drink, and head back to his room. But it broke the family rule that forbade eating snacks in the bedroom. Even though he only took 1 sip and put it right back, Mom still chewed him out fiercely. He gasped for breath, trying his best to hold back the grievance in his heart, and attempted to talk to Mom, begging her to stop singling him out all the time. Upon hearing his words, Mom grew even angrier and shot back. "Do you really have to challenge my authority and cross my bottom line?" The boy finally lost control of his emotions. All he had wanted was a little space to calm down. Mom would not let him go downstairs. When he tried to stay in the living room for a while, Mom was always bustling about there, and he had only taken 1 sip of the drink. Even after explaining all this, Mom paid no heed to his feelings at all. She just replied impatiently, "You just need to follow my rules. Quit talking back to me. Take it or leave it." The next day, the third son went out for barbecue with his friends to unwind. The laughter and joy around the table made him momentarily forget his troubles. But all his classmates knew he had to be home by 7 p.m. Everyone suggested wrapping up early, yet he said he wanted to rebel for once. They went to an internet cafe together. Back home, Mom did not see her son walk through the door at 7 p.m., so she called him promptly. Thrown into a panic, the third son rushed home, constantly asking the taxi driver how much longer it would take. As soon as he opened the front door, the relaxed and cheerful mood plummeted to freezing point. No one dared to utter a word. In this family, the parents' authority and rules were ironclad. No one was allowed to break them. No matter how he tried to explain, Mom refused to listen and punished him by grounding him for 2 weeks, even personally driving and supervising him to and from school. At this point, Dr. Wu interrupted, saying that it was fine for Mom to set rules at home, but the key was for her to reflect on whether those rules were made to meet the children's needs or merely to satisfy her desire for control. The next morning, an eerie scene unfolded on camera. Mom handed each child a cup. The first thing the children did when they got up was not wash up, but take a urine test. It was because the third son had once picked up the bad habit of smoking. Though he had quit soon after being scolded by his parents, Mom still insisted on conducting the test every single day. Dr. Wu commented, "There were plenty of ways to help a child stay away from cigarettes, yet this mother had chosen the most disrespectful one of all."